1936 pits, as we're getting ready to get things underway.
The tension's building now. This is going to be another great race.
As the green flag drops, keep an eye on Richard Reschke starting in second position.
Richard Reschke will be expecting to bring home solid points.
Joni Geldenhuys is lining up third. It's Ernest Heather, sitting comfortably in fourth.
Putting that SSM Beetle Evo 3 into prime position for the race.
Starting just behind the front runners in fifth place is the determined driver, John Visser. The green flag is out and we're racing. Time for the drivers to put their foot down.
The first lap can be chaotic, and avoiding any major incidents is key. Drivers need to be alert and ready to react to any sudden changes on the track.
Having started in 1, JP Brand will be looking to establish themselves in this race. The tensions are high, and no one will want to make a crucial mistake on the first lap. Is there a better sight than a field of elite racing drivers battling for position?
With this motley bunch of drivers, there is bound to be drama. I just hope we don't miss it.
Gendre Bucas must have had a rocket under their seat, because they've shot off the line like a missile. The pressure is on when the field is this tightly packed. Maintaining just enough aggression to hold off their rivals without pushing too hard will help these drivers keep it clean. Robert Stoltz will be studying the nearby drivers and looking for anything that could give them an advantage.
The drivers are walking a fine line during the first lap melee as everyone tries to establish themselves. It's easy for inexperienced racers to blow it in T1.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. This is a thrilling battle as Crazy Rabbit S edges closer to Francois van den Heever in their fight for P14. Great driving from Crazy Rabbit S, who has just gained a place and moved up to 14th. Alec Kenneth could be looking for a way up the inside of Crazy Rabbit S. He's pulling away. Richard Reschke is increasing the gap to Jamie Ray Nichols. Fantastic move from Richard Reschke, who has just gained a position. Jamie Ray Nichols has the pedal to the metal chasing Tyrone Linden.
Rubbing is racing, but let's just hope they don't rub it too hard.
In racing anything can, and usually does, happen, especially in such an epic showdown. Incredible. Joni Geldenhuys is caught in a fierce battle, with Tyrone Linden breathing down their neck 0.1 seconds away, and Richard Rushka just ahead with a gap of 0.2 seconds. It's a test of their racing skills.
You hit the nail on the head, Lucy. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind are crucial pieces of information for Johnny Geldenhuys's race strategy. It's a delicate dance, and they must remain vigilant.
Hey, John, you've had your fair share of races with little action. How did you handle the situation back in your racing days?
Well, Lucy, patience is key in such scenarios. You need to stay focused and be ready to seize any opportunity that comes your way. It's like a game of chess at 200 miles per hour.
The pursuit is on. Justin is closing the gap on Jandre Bucas, determined to claim P7. Coming into Clubhouse Bend, the fight for 13th is heating up. Neither driver wants to be the first to blink. An impressive showing from Crazy Rabbit S, who has gained positions and left Francois Van Den Heever in the dust. So, John, considering the high speeds and split-second decision-making involved in racing, what's the impact of even a minor lapse in concentration?
A minor lapse in concentration can have significant consequences, Lucy. It could lead to an off-track excursion, a loss of position, or even a collision. That's why it's crucial for drivers to stay focused and alert throughout the race.
The delta between Ella Kenneth in 14th and Francois Van Den Heever remains over a second, but Ella Kenneth is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap. There's 5 minutes left in this session to make that happen. It's a battle out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. Superb driving from Jamie Ray Nichols, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. Disappointing for Jamie Ray Nichols, they now find themselves in 6th. Tyler is giving it their all as they chase down Justin in P8. Every move counts now as Jamie Ray Nichols works to reel in Tyrone Linden and overtake for P5. Justin wants to get into Tyler's slipstream.
They need to keep it on the road, or at the very least the rumble strips. The fastest way around is not usually in the grass. As the saying goes, too much weed will slow you down.
Things are heating up as Robert Stoltz tries to close the gap to Justin.
Robert Stoltz is looking to close the 0.4 second gap and make a pass.
It's an intense battle for position as Joni Geldenhuys tries to outmaneuver Richard Rushka. This is edge of your seat racing. Jamie Ray Nichols seems to be putting the pressure on Tyrone Linden. Rising to the occasion and claiming victory would help to cement this driver's legendary status.
The chase between Johnny Geldenhuys and Richard Rushka is like a high-speed game of tag, only the stakes are much higher.
Jamie Ray Nichols appears to be trying to find a way round Tyrone Linden. They could make a move on them in Crowthorne. Robert Stoltz is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely, it's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play.
No room for error here. Jamie Ray Nichols is breathing down the neck of Tyrone Linden, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. The pressure is on for Tyler as they try to catch up to Justin.
One important aspect here is choosing the right braking points. Tyler needs to be precise to avoid overshooting and losing valuable time.
Look at that. Ella Kenneth is hot on the tail of Francois van den Heever.
Don't forget the role of aerodynamics. Ella Kenneth should use slipstreaming to their advantage and close the gap to Francois van den Heever.
Looks like Joni Geldenhuys is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curbs aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about maintaining that fine line between speed and control. It's a fine line between pushing the car to its limits and losing control. Joni Geldenhuys is really walking that fine line.
Oh, this is getting intense. Jamie Ray Nichols is just a few car lengths behind Tyrone Linden.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Jamie Ray Nichols needs to be careful not to overdo it.
The gap between Tyler and Justin is razor thin as they vie for 8th in this nail-biting contest. The action is non-stop as Joni Geldenhuys shadows Richard Reschke through every twist and turn, determined to claim 3rd. The race is heating up as Jamie Ray Nichols in 6th closes in on Tyrone Linden. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Excellent work from Justin, who has managed to increase their lead over Robert Stoltz. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it.
That's a really strong performance from Justin. They're not giving Robert Stoltz any chances to catch up.
As a former racing driver, John, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tire degradation throughout a race?
It was a constant challenge, Lucy. Tire degradation can change the car's balance and handling, so drivers need to be versatile and adaptable. It requires continuous adjustments to driving techniques and a keen understanding of the car's behavior.
We got a close battle as Richard Reschke closes in on Joni Geldenhuys.
At this rate, Richard Reschke and Joni Geldenhuys are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
It's a thrilling pursuit as Tyler is right behind Justin, keeping the pressure on for 8th place. A great pass for Tyler as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, Justin has lost ground. Justin is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 0.67 seconds down.
Justin needs to refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they're capable of.
We often hear drivers complaining about tire graining. John, can you explain what that means and how it affects car handling?
Graining occurs when small rubber particles roll up on the tire's surface, reducing grip and negatively affecting handling. It usually happens when the tires are not in their optimal temperature window or when a driver is pushing too hard on a cold or overworked tire.
The crowd is on the edge of their seats as Justin in 9th chases after Tyler. The delta is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Justin needs to find a way to close the gap. Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed.
The gap is 0.4 seconds now. Bertik Verstappen is going to have to work a bit harder to close that gap with Richard Footman.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Justin is chasing Tyler in P8. I don't think that's the fastest way around KILLARNEY 2016 36 pits. It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Jamie Ray Nichols trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Tyrone Linden. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts.
It's a nail-biting race for sure, with both drivers showing incredible skill and determination. But Tyrone Linden is not going to give up the position easily. This is going to be a battle to the very end, with Jamie Ray Nichols in P6 doing everything they can to catch up.
It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Tyler, who is currently in P8. But Jamie Ray Nichols is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Tyler.
Absolutely, Tyler in 8th will need to be patient and carefully work to reduce that gap without overdriving it, as they can't afford to take unnecessary risks and risk an off or damaging their car. Let's see if they have what it takes to get back into the game here.
JP Brand is on fire in the last sector.
That's an impressive burst of speed. It's all but said and done now.
The leader has done it. What an incredible performance from JP Brand, who was simply untouchable today. This is a race that will go down in the history books.
You can see the sheer determination on JP Brand's face as they take the win. That's the mark of a true champion, folks.
Impressive second place finish for Ernest Heather. Impressive drive from Joni Geldenhuys to claim the final spot on the podium.
What a drive, well-deserved spot on the podium with that performance.
Tyrone Linden, Jamie Ray Nichols, Tyler, and Justin in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Robert Stoltz, Wihan, Visage 2, Crazy Rabbit S, and Ella. Kenneth End in 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Francois van den Heever, Bertik Verstrappen, Richard Footman, and the Lerminator take 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. Finishing 19th is John Visser. Taking 16th is KRAZYRABBITS 11. Coming in 20th, we have Peter Geldenhuys. The 5th place on the grid belongs to Jamie Ray Nichols, a driver with plenty of experience.
Another good start for the South African driver.
As the engines roar to life, Tyler prepares to take off from the 6th position. The lights are out and it's go time.
This is where the true test of a driver's skill comes into play. It's all about finding the right line and carrying as much speed as possible through the turn.
The drivers will need to be precise and calculated if they want to make it through this section unscathed.
And with so many cars jostling for position, it's a real test of nerve as well. One wrong move and you could be out of the race before it even really gets started.
That's right. The pressure is really on these drivers to perform. As the drivers get this race underway, let me give a shout out to the admin team at Simspeed Motorsports for making this all possible. Heroes one and all.
The race isn't won in the first turn, but there have been plenty that have ended there, Lucy.
They say the early bird catches the worm, and Crazy Rabbit S is proving it today, snatching up positions right from the get-go.
It's too early to count chickens just yet, Lucy. A race isn't won in the first lap, but I've seen plenty end there.
I think passing is going to be difficult today here at KILLARNEY 2016-36 pits, so it's going to be interesting to see how these drivers get on.
The drivers will be jostling for the best position, Lucy. Some of them may not make it to the second lap in one piece.
All the drivers will be trying to take advantage of the pack whilst they're still bunched up.
Every corner, every lap, and every race is a chance for these drivers to hone their abilities and improve their skills.
Robert Stoltz wants to find a way round Tyler. It looks like KRAZYRABBITS11 is all over Richard Reshka. I think they are gonna press them through the kink and try and press for a mistake.
For sure, Lucy, that's exactly what I would be doing here, as Richard Reshke is gonna be aware of them riding their bumper. It looks like they have the speed to make a move. I just hope they have the patience to do it cleanly.
What a move! Wihan Visagi2 has moved up to 15th.
Absolutely. Wihan Visagi2 is really putting on a clinic out there, and they're making it look easy.
Heartbreak for Wihan Visagi2, as they slip down the field.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. Wihan Visagi2 needs to stay calm and focused, and make their move when the time is right.
The crowd is on its feet as Peter Geldenhuys chases down Richard Footman through the S's. A brilliant maneuver from Peter Geldenhuys, who has just moved up the field.
That's what we like to see. Peter Geldenhuys is really showing their class today.
Things are heating up as Ernest Heather closes in on Joni Geldenhuys. The gap between them is down to practically nothing. Oh, things are getting intense for Tyler. They're sandwiched between Jamie Ray Nichols and Crazy Rabbit S, navigating this high-speed battleground. The gap to the car ahead is 0.2 seconds, while the car behind is only 0.1 seconds away.
I'm on the same page, Lucy. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind provide valuable context to understand the challenges faced by Tyler. It's a constant juggling act, and they need to seize the right moment to gain an advantage.
Oh, the pressure is on for Tyler. Trapped between Jamie Ray Nichols 0.1 seconds away and Crazy Rabbit S just ahead with a gap of 0.2 seconds, they must defend their position while seeking an opportunity to advance.
Absolutely, Lucy. The pressure is mounting for Tyler as they navigate through this challenging situation. It's crucial for them to remain focused and make calculated moves.
Tyler is running 6th. They are trying to catch Crazy Rabbit S. The gap between Justin and Tyrone Linden is getting smaller. It's now down to 0.1 seconds. Wow, hold on a second. Oh dear, JP Brand has had an incident. The adrenaline is pumping as Joni Geldenhuys gets within striking distance of Ernest Heather in their race for second.
You can feel the intensity in the air. The slightest mistake could cost either of them valuable time and the position.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Jamie Ray Nichols is breathing down the neck of Crazy Rabbit S, not giving them any room to relax.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
This is a thrilling battle as Tyler edges closer to Jamie Ray Nichols in their fight for P5.
You can see that car bouncing around as they ride the curbs. It's a risky move that could end in disaster.
Great driving from Tyler, who has just gained a place and moved up to 5th. Oh dear, Crazy Rabbit S has dropped down to 7th. A great moment for Crazy Rabbit S, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
Yes, Crazy Rabbit S is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
As they speed through the S's, Robert Stoltz is relentlessly pursuing Crazy Rabbit S in a high-stakes battle for position.
It's a battle for position as Robert Stoltz tries to make a move on Crazy Rabbit S. This is what racing is all about.
Oh, this is getting intense. Crazy Rabbit S is just behind Robert Stoltz.
As a former driver, I can tell you there's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush when you're this close to your rival, ready to make your move.
And Crazy Rabbit S has just won the place from Robert Stoltz. Tough break for Crazy Rabbit S, who has just lost a position. The pursuit is on. Ella Kenneth is closing the gap on Tyrone Linden, determined to claim P9.
The racing is getting tight between Ella Kenneth and Tyrone Linden as they battle for P9. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Richard Reshka is right on the heels of Ella Kenneth, and we're in for a wild ride. It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Richard Reshka gaining places and Ella Kenneth losing them.
Definitely, but there's still a long way to go in this race, and anything can happen. Richard Reshke needs to keep driving with focus and intensity.
Ella Kenneth is giving it their all as they chase down Richard Reshka in P10. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. It looks like Richard Reshka is in control. They're ahead of Tyrone Linden by over a second, and it doesn't look like they're going to be challenged anytime soon. The race is really heating up. Ella Kenneth is hunting down Tyrone Linden with everything they've got.
This is not going to be an easy pass to make.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. Superb driving from Jandre Bucas, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race.
Impressive. Jandre Bucas is really showing their skill and determination out there.
Let's talk about tire degradation, John. How does it affect the car's handling and what do drivers need to do to adapt to the changing conditions?
Tire degradation can significantly impact handling, Lucy. As the tires wear, the grip reduces, and drivers need to adjust their braking points, cornering speeds, and throttle application to maintain control of the car.
Jamie Ray Nichols is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely, it's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play. I would not be surprised if they get this pass completed soon.
Crazy Rabbit S is on a mission, chasing Ella Kenneth, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
That driver is really pushing the limits. They're riding the curbs and pushing the car to its limits.
It's a close race between Jandre Bucas and Bertik Verstraep in 11th.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
Crazy Rabbit S wants to close that gap with Ella Kenneth. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
The only thing closer than Jandre Bucas to Bertik Verstraep right now is the paint on the cars. Talk about a close encounter.
The gap between Tyrone Linden and Peter Geldenhuys may be wide, but that doesn't mean braking alert. That won't be ideal for Crazy Rabbit S. The tension is building as Jamie Ray Nichols trails behind Tyler. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Tyler is pushing to maintain the lead, while Jamie Ray Nichols is working to close in and challenge for the position. The battle for 8 is heating up as Robert Stoltz tries to catch Ella Kenneth in P8. It's a challenging situation for Tyrone Linden. They're sandwiched between their fierce competitors, Bertik Verstraep 0.1 seconds away and Jandre Bucas 0.2 seconds ahead. They'll need to stay sharp and find an opportunity to make a move.
I couldn't agree more, Lucy. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind provide valuable information for Tyrone Linden. They need to assess the situation and use the gaps strategically to plan their moves.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Peter Geldenhuys is closing in on Bertik Verstraep.
Peter Geldenhuys needs to focus if they want to make a move and pass Bertik Verstraep.
Every move counts now as Ella Kenneth works to reel in Robert Stoltz and overtake for P8. It's an intense battle for position as Jandre Bucas tries to outmaneuver Tyrone Linden. This is edge-of-your-seat racing. Big gains for Jandre Bucas as they move up the field, leaving Tyrone Linden behind. A tough moment for Jandre Bucas, who has just lost a place, dumping them down to 11th. Oh, this is getting intense. Jamie Ray Nichols is just a few car lengths behind Tyler. This is what it's all about, folks. Tyrone Linden is in hot pursuit of Jandre Bucas, who's just trying to stay ahead. An impressive showing from Tyrone Linden, who has gained positions and left Jandre Bucas in the dust. Braking alert. That won't be ideal for Crazy Rabbit S. The pressure is on for Jamie Ray Nichols as they try to catch up to Tyler. A setback for Jamie Ray Nichols, who has just been passed. Tyrone Linden is looking for an opportunity to get round Jandre Bucas.
I might have said this before, but dog, bone, you know the rest.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into breaking news, folks. Looks like that's a mistake from Jandre Bucas. This could be costly. As we come into the final moments of this epic race, JP Brand is in the lead. Can they stay calm and bring home the bacon? And it's a checkered flag for JP Brand, who crosses the finish line with a commanding victory. What a phenomenal performance, absolutely dominant today. A nail-biting finish, but Joni Geldenhuys claims second place. Excellent focus from Ernest Heather to secure a fantastic third place on the podium.
Great job bringing it home.
In 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, it's Tyler, Jamie Ray Nichols, Justin, and Richard Rushka. With Robert Stoltz, Ella, Kenneth, Bertik Verstraep, and Francois van den Heever in 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th sees Wihan, Visage 2, Crazy Rabbit S, Tyrone Linden, and Jandre Bucas. Richard Footman, The Lerminator, John Visser, and KRAZYRABBITS 11 brings home 16th, 17th, 19th, and 20th.